Have you ever visited the doctor's office? Maybe gone to the DMV to receive a license? What's one thing they'll ask you in both places, aside from your name or address? That's if you have insurance. But there's more than one kind of insurance for different costs. A doctor's office usually asks for health insurance, while the DMV will need car insurance. But what does insurance do, and why might you need it? Hi everyone, I'm Newfire, and I'm going to be covering just that. When you buy, say, a house, most people take insurance on it. Insurance is essentially paying a set amount of money, either monthly or annually, to an insurance company. It provides protection against some unforeseen circumstances. I'll explain the emphasis on some in the next video. So if you live in an area prone to natural disasters, you can take insurance on your house. You would make payments every period, and in the case your house is damaged due to a natural disaster, insurance would cover the cost of rebuilding or repairing your house. Since we already used house insurance as an example, I'll also let you know how they cover house insurance. So the value of any land is based on two factors: the value of the land it's built on and the value of the actual building, that is, your house. Since the land won't be damaged in any way, except for certain cases, they cover only the cost of your house. That way you can use that money to rebuild or repair that house. You might be thinking, why bother paying money to the insurance company every month when instead you can save up that money on your own and then use it should something happen? Well, say a house is worth $500,000. You may have had insurance on that house for 3 years, and maybe you paid a total of $4,000 in all the 3 years. Should severe damage happen to that house, $4,000 is nowhere enough to cover the cost, whereas an insurance company may provide up to $400,000 depending on the cost of the land. But what are the different kinds of insurance? There is house insurance, which we just talked about. However, there's also various kinds of house insurance. Depending on the geographical location, if you live in an area more prone to wildfire, or maybe prone to hurricanes, you can get insurance that covers a specific natural disaster. You don't have to get specific insurance though. If you live in an area where not concerned about natural disasters, you can always get a general kind of insurance. The one thing to look out for is that if you do that, you may not always be covered in certain circumstances, say if a flood occurs. Other kinds of insurance include health insurance, auto insurance, and life insurance. Health insurance is a medical insurance which covers all or part of the cost of visiting the doctor to receive medical treatment. Auto insurance is insurance on your car, and while you're not required by the law to have health insurance, the government mandates that you must have insurance on your car in the case of an accident. You also can't get your license without providing proof of insurance, and it's also why when getting pulled over, the officer will always ask you for license, registration, and insurance. Life insurance is provided in the event of death. For example, if you have family members that rely on you financially, in the event of your death, the insurance company will provide them with what is known as death benefits, which is just plain money. You can choose how much money your family will receive in the event of your death, but the more money it is, the higher insurance cost you have to pay. Like this, there's hundreds of different kinds of insurance policies. For example, some companies provide short-term or long-term disability insurance. If you're unable to work for some period of time and your company provides disability insurance, you receive money to pay for all your expenses and needs while being unable to work. While only some companies do that, when an employee gets temporarily or permanently injured in the workplace, all workplaces are required to provide them with something known as workers' compensation, to compensate for the days they are unable to work due to their injury, but still need a paycheck to pay their expenses. Similar to when taking out loans, it's important to always consider which policies you need the most and which are best suited for you. You wouldn't live in Arizona and take out an insurance covering floods, now would you? Find the right policy at the right premium and which suits your needs. Keep in mind that insurance policies and companies are extremely delicate and difficult to navigate through. I'll be talking more about why in my next video, but it's very crucial to always read the fine print when taking out a policy. Know exactly what the insurance will cover in exactly what circumstance, and also what they won't cover in what circumstance. Keeping all that in mind, you can determine what the best company and policy to go through with that you think will best protect you and your future. With that, we wrapped up part 6 of our series on what is financial literacy. In my following video, I'll be going over different kinds of scams and fraud, one of them being insurance scams, which is especially important to know when considering what kinds of insurance you need. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. This is Newfire, signing out.